Greg, thanks so much. Work, school, family, most of us run around every day worrying how we'll be able to manage all of life's daily ups and downs. But what if you also had a chronically ill child? What then? How would that change everything? Well, this morning, Trayson Visage and his mom, Crystal Fisher, are here to tell us what they deal with Trayson's nephrotic syndrome. And they're also joined by their nurse, Anu, and she's from Children's Medical Center. Guys, thanks so much for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you for having us.
It's a long, fancy name, but I'm sure it's a name you're used to saying a lot. Tell us about this diagnosis for Trayson and what your family deals with Crystal every day.
Well, Trayson was diagnosed with nephrotic syndrome when he was 2. It's a disease where his kidneys don't function normally. They leak protein into his urine, so he doesn't get the proper protein that his body needs to function. With that, he retains fluid. It's hard for him to operate. At that point in time when he was younger, it was really hard for him to go to school because he would swell up really big. Yeah. Just recently, a year ago, he got a really bad infection because with his condition, his immune system is really suppressed.
Sure.
And it put him into renal failure. So now he is on dialysis 3 days a week for 4 hours. And as you can see, he's a pretty small kid, so it definitely takes a lot out of him.
Trayson, how old are you?
9.
You're 9. Tell me about how this affects your day-to-day life. How are you feeling?
Well,
I'm just tired.
Tired.
Yeah. You get behind on schoolwork sometimes.
Yeah.
So about school, like your friends and stuff, they ask you questions about your catheter.
They ask me a lot of questions.
What do you say? How do you talk to your fellow classmates about this?
Well, they actually come out and do a presentation to his class, which is nice. The hospital will come out and does a presentation and explains to his classmates to promote his safety in the classroom because he does have a catheter in his chest. Where
he's got to be careful when they're playing recess or wherever it can be easily slipped out.
Yeah.
You miss a lot of school, right? Because of this, which you said you pretty much don't mind too much, but your brother, he minds.
Yeah.
Your brother doesn't like that too much.
He doesn't think
Does your brother help you out?
Well, sometimes, yes.
Yeah, he does. He supports him a lot. He definitely does. He gets jealous because he's not in school as much and, wants to do the Freaky Friday change, and Trayson, will look at him and say, you really don't. I'm sorry. I would much rather be at school on those days. So.
And I want to talk to Anu, your nurse. This condition obviously affects his day-to-day life. What's on the horizon for his diagnosis? What's next for Trayson?
He is currently receiving hemodialysis, that is, blood is being cleaned 3 times a week, which the kidney is supposed to do. So next we are looking at probably getting a transplant for him to get a new kidney so that he can lead a near normal life.
Okay. If you could make a wish, what would your wish be, Trayson?
To have a new kidney.
To be able to swim, too.
Yes.
There's little things that he misses out on that you don't think about. He can't swim.
Okay.
And then he has a younger brother that's about his age, so it's a challenge for me because one can swim and play sports and one can't.
Sure.
So
I'm interrupting. Hi. Oh, we're on TV.
Oh my gosh.
How cool is this? Oh, you know me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Kid. Nice to see you. How you doing?
Hi, Kid.
How are you?
Trayson.
I've heard about you. Now, why does your name sound familiar to me? I can't remember. Trayson, right? Trayson. How old are you?
9.
Yeah, you're the kid. You're the one. Trayson. I can't remember. Hang on. Hey, Joe Jonas.
Yeah.
Come out here.
What's up?
Hey, Joe. I can't remember why Trayson is so familiar to me. Do you know, like, there's something he's going somewhere? What is it? Let's see.
It starts with D.
Yeah.
D something.
I think there's a famous line. You're going to see 1, 2, 3. You're going to Disney World!
Whoa! Joe Jonas, thank you so much for being here. Do you know who this guy is?
Hey, Kid's here too. Wow.
Kid, tell us why you decided to surprise Trayson today and bring along your buddy Joe.
We thought it would be really cool. We think part of the experience is telling the kids in a surprise way, so that they'll always remember it. And we're going like in a month to Disney World. We're gonna have the best time ever.
Are you so excited? Trayson, how do you feel?
Excited, buddy?
Yes.
Does that sound like a good time for you?
He's freaking out right now. Yes.
Mom knows.
Mom's freaking out.
Is Mom freaking out too?
Yeah, Mom's freaking out. I'm so excited.
Every kid on this year's Kids trip gets a Jonas brother.
This is amazing.
You get a Jonas brother. You get a Jonas brother.
Tell us a little bit about the trip.
The trip?
What he can
well,
expect.
you know what? Joe and his brothers actually came out for our send-off a couple years ago, so they know what's up.
Yeah, it was an incredible thing that the kids started, and it's beautiful to see this come together, and it's exciting. So
you were there for the actual send-off, and you got to see all of these
Yeah.
kids kind of come together.
all these amazing
How special for
kids,
you?
and
Southwest Airlines gives us a plane.
Yeah.
The listeners pay for everything, and we spend 5 days at Disney World, top-notch, like Dolphin Hotel, all the tickets, all the meals, everything taken care of. And most importantly, you can hang with other families who are, because I think sometimes you guys probably feel like you're alone in the universe.
Yeah,
Like you're the only people you know like you,
Exactly.
where you live. And here we get all of them together at once, and everybody feels a little bit more normal, a little bit more like, wow, you know what? We can get through this together.
Well, I know you're going to be back next week, kids. We'll talk everything about your organization
way.
and what you're doing for
I had no
families.
idea. Sounds
That is
great.
true. You're on the schedule. I saw it. KidsKids.com is where you go for more information. Kids, thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having us.
Our
I got tips for
very
everybody.
deserving North Texas family. And Joe Jonas, thank you for coming out. And you've made Trayson and Crystal's day. And Nurse and News,
Joe,
thank
I think
you
you're
for
advisor
being here,
guy,
too.
dude. Yeah.
I'll take that.
We're doing the Kids advisor.
Wow.
So sweet, guys. Thank you so much. Trayson, way to go. You pretty excited today?
Mom gets a hat.
This turned out to be a pretty good day today. All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, Kraddick and Joe Jonas surprised us if you just missed it. Thanks so much. And up next, 5K Secret Weapons. So stay with us.